Remember, the desired output is a probability distribution over all tokens that might come next. For example, if the very last word is professor, and the context includes words like Harry Potter, and immediately preceding we see least favorite teacher, and also if you give me some leeway by letting me pretend that tokens simply look like full words, then a well-trained network that had built up knowledge of Harry Potter would presumably assign a high number to the word Snape. This involves two different steps. The first one is to use another matrix that maps the very last vector in that context to a list of 50,000 values, one for each token in the vocabulary. Then there's a function that normalizes this into a probability distribution. It's called softmax, and we'll talk more about it in just a second. But before that, it might seem a little bit weird to only use this last embedding to make a prediction, when after all, in that last step, there are thousands of other vectors in the layer just sitting there with their own context-rich meanings. This has to do with the fact that in the training process, it turns out to be much more efficient if you use each one of those vectors in the final layer to simultaneously make a prediction for what would come immediately after it. There's a lot more to be said about training later on, but I just want to